Good morning. On the 23rd of October, the Hungarian Uprising has taken full form. Students have rioted in Budapest, as well as soldiers and workers against the communist government led by Kadar. The revolt has spread quickly and communism has fallen across Hungary, especially in Budapest, where the Stalin statue has been ripped down where it stood, and secret policemen have been violently attacked throughout the streets. Let's go to the scene now. Thank you.
Thank you. It's quite shocking, really. Communism in Eastern Europe has never really faced such opposition as this. Students are rallying crowds in the streets, people pulling down communist symbols, rioting throughout the city. It's just, when will the government turn to stop it? Let's now cross over to the outskirts of Budapest, where we have a member of the communist secret police force.
It's been total carnage, chaotic at best. We've been brutally attacked by mindless residents, driven mad by the regime. The government has collapsed. The people now rule Budapest, angry and armed. To carry out the communist regime have been targeted. They burned down our headquarters, tortured our leaders, and I was one of the fortunate few who was able to escape and go into hiding from the rebels. I was roughed up in the building, but this was light in comparison to my colleagues. I still remember the little mercy shown in storming of the building. It was lit up with gunshots, papers flying everywhere, making it impossible to see. I was eventually able to escape through a back exit while my fellow policemen fought them back behind me. I never have been and never will be a proud communist. Stalin's outrageous laws and brutality was never popular amongst us secret policemen, but we couldn't speak out against the system, or we'd get the same treatment as the people need as well. My family isn't rich by any means. The position offered good pay in exchange for a show of loyalty and obedience to the Communist Party.
Meanwhile, the violence spreads across Hungary. Secret police are brutally attacked.
And we are going to beat them up. Freedom for us, Hungary. Hey. Take it. This is what you pay for.
You deserve this, you Stalin!
As a result of the government collapse on the 24th of October 1956, Khrushchev gave in to pressure and pulled the Russian army out of Budapest on the 28th of October 1956. Amid scenes of great violence, a new government was set up under Imre Nagy on the 3rd of November 1956. It introduced democracy, freedom of speech, and freedom of religion.
But it wasn't lost.
It was on the 4th of November 1,000 Soviet tanks rolled into Budapest to regain control of Hungary. But what prompted Khrushchev to take this violent action? Let's speak with him now.
I would watch your mouth, sir. We were liberating Hungary from the evil seeds of capitalism. There was freedom of speech and religion, democracy, and the triumphant departure from the Warsaw Pact. This was clearly an attack from the West, which needed to be consulted. Russia had to keep its buffer states.
Just as Stalin had predicted, the West did not come to help Hungary, as Britain and France were involved in the Suez Crisis in Egypt, and Eisenhower did not think Hungary was worth risking a world war for. Overall, 200,000 Hungarian refugees fled to Austria, and Hungary stayed in control of Russia deep into the Iron Curtain.
Thanks, that's all we've got time for now, but I guess I will see you in hell.
What? But I am Catholic!
I'm talking to you. Violence has broken out, and not this action right here. Many women
in Hungary.